Hello dear student, okay, welcome to Amit sir physics class. Now yesterday we have seen what capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor, and that is given by C is equal to what A epsilon naught divided by D, okay, and this expression is what when the two plates are there and there is what air as a medium, so one will be positive, another will be negative, correct, and then for air it is epsilon naught. For air it is permittivity of the free space. Now suppose on which factor the capacitance depends, it depends on the A, that means as area increases capacitance also increases, and if suppose if the area decreases, capacitance also decreases, because it is directly proportional, because C is directly proportional to what A, but here C is inversely proportional of D, okay, that means what if D increases, capacitance decreases, decreases, and if D increases, its capacitance goes on, okay, D increases, capacitance decreases, so if D decreases, capacitance also increases, okay. So on these factors the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor depends, okay. So remember these three factors plus the medium between them, that means which medium you insert in between these two capacitor, okay, between these two parallel plate, okay. So this is what yesterday we have seen. Next is combination of the capacitors, that means how you combine the capacitor to get desired value of the what capacitance, unlike if you have a LED bulb, if you have this LED bulb and if it is connected with only one cell, this will give you only few light, okay. Now if you instead of one cell, if you connected more cell, that means two cell, okay, it will glow little bit more, okay, and if you connect still more cell, it will give out more light. So same way to get the more light you need to connect the more and more cell in series, okay, same way to get the desired value of the capacitance, you need to connect the capacitor in two combination. One will be the what a series combination, another will be what a parallel combination, okay. So actually why we need this combination? To get the particular value. Suppose in the market there is a no 3.3 microfarad you need, okay, because farad is what unit of capacitance. This value of the capacitance in the market it is not present, so you can take this 10 microfarad and then 5 microfarad capacitance, okay, and connect in such a way so you will get the what total 3.3 microfarad, because this is not available in the market, but these two capacitors are connected or available. So by using these two capacitor, how can I get this total capacitance of 3.3 microfarad, okay. So this is what, that's why the capacitance or the combination you need, okay. So first combination is what a series combination. So in series combination, when positive end of the one capacitor is connected to the what a negative end of the other capacitor, so this combination is known as what series combination. So simply if you can suppose this is positive negative, okay, and then positive negative, okay. So I will make it we will see for the two capacitors, okay. So whatever the equation you will get for the two capacitors, it will be for the what n capacitors also, okay. So in both the cases we will take only two capacitor, okay. So now these two capacitors, okay, here it is a positive plate, okay, and here it is a negative plate. So positive, okay, and this is negative. So negative end of the one capacitor is connected to the what positive end of the another capacitor. So this is what series combination, and then it has capacitance C1 and it has capacitance C2. So charge is also different, Q1 and this is Q2. Charge is also different, that is Q1 and Q2, okay. So not charge is different, okay. So you will get what this one Q, charge is same in both the cases, charge will be same because current will flow same, okay. So I will come to that later. So now suppose if this is connected across the what sorry, it has to be capacitor, that means two parallel plates are there. Okay, and if it is connected to a cell, it is connected to what, a cell, this is negative and this is positive at potential V. Okay, so now if you measure, okay, so I will write it down here, Q. So charge is what, Q, and here charge is what, Q itself. Now suppose if you measure the potential across this C1, the potential is V1 across the what, C1, and across the C2 it is V2, across the C2 it is V2. Okay, so in this case, in this combination, current through each capacitor is same. Okay, hence charge is also same, charge is also same. Okay, but potential is different, but potential across each capacitor is different, Okay, now but if you measure this V1 and V2, if you add this, you will get automatically V. That means what, from this figure you can write it down that V is equal to what, V1 plus V2, V is equal to what, V1 plus V2. Now I will write it down, equivalent circuit. Okay, so this is nothing but equivalent circuit, CKT means what, circuit. So equivalent circuit will be, I will combine these two capacitors and I will only form one capacitor with the same battery. Okay, that is negative positive with voltage V, and then current I is flowing. Okay, and this is what, one capacitor, so it is C equivalent and it is connected in series, so I will mention here CS, Okay, so now what we have to do, okay, you have to compare these two capacitors with this equivalent. Actually both are same, this is what the equivalent capacitor of these two capacitors, that means combining these two capacitor, we have connected only one capacitor. So whatever the work done by these two capacitors, the same work can be done by this capacitor. Then what should be the value of this CS? Okay, that you have to find out. Now potential across the each capacitor is different, charge is same on this capacitor, but the capacitance is different, C1 and C2. Okay, now we will apply this equation. So potential, total potential is nothing but the addition of a sum of the potential across C1 and sum of the potential across C2. Okay, so this is, okay, so this has a charge total Q, total charge is what, same itself. Therefore I will mention here for this equivalent circuit. So V is nothing but for equivalent circuit. So actually we know this capacitance is equal to what, charge per unit or charge per voltage, Therefore V is equal to what, this V will be here, it becomes what, Q divided by C, what, C itself. Okay, now apply this here, take this V and apply towards the what, V, but along this equivalent circuit. So V is same. Okay, apply this equation in this circuit. So V as it is, Q same, but instead of C you have to take what, CS, because it is collectively. So this V can be represented as Q divided by CS is equal to what, okay, V1. Now across V1 potential you have to measure across capacitance C1. So apply this equation, V is equal to what, Q divided by C across C1. So it becomes what, V1 is equal to what, Q divided by C1, because charge is same, so Q divided by C1. So it becomes what, Q divided by C1 plus same Q divided by C2 it is. Okay, so now take out the common Q outside and this Q automatically will get cancelled. Therefore 1 upon CS is equal to what, 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. So this is what the equivalent capacitance. Okay, and if you solve for this two capacitor, this is the equation for n capacitors, 1 upon CS is equal to what, 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3 plus and so on. Okay, so remember these equations. Okay, Okay, so this is what the expression for the what, equivalent capacitance for the what, series combination. Okay, and remember whatever the equivalent capacitance you will get here, it is exactly less than the what, individual capacitance. Okay, it is less than the what, individual capacitance. So I will write it down here, the value of equivalent capacitance, the value of equivalent capacitance in series is less or smaller than the individual capacitance, individual capacitor actually. Okay, so it means whatever the value of Cs you will get, it is very smaller than, always smaller than the what C1. Okay, it is always smaller than the what C1, C2, C3 and so on. Whatever the capacitor you connect, it is always smaller than the what individual capacitors you connect with. C2, C3, doesn't matter, it is always smaller than. Okay, so remember this statement, it is a very important statement. Okay, so just pause the video and have a look. So this is actual circuit, this is equivalent circuit. Okay, so charge will be same, current will be same, hence I will use this equation V1, and this V equation can be applicable for this circuit, and this equation can be applicable for the what across the C1 and across the C2. So according to that, place the value, Q cancel out, so you will get this equation. Okay, now this is for 2 capacitor. If there are n capacitor, just go on adding. Okay, so just pause the video and write it down. So next we will move towards the what parallel combination. So always remember, equivalent capacitance of this series capacitance is always less than the what individual capacitor. Okay, मतलब इससे वो कम ही रहेगा हमेशा, CS की वैल्यू हमेशा C1 और C2 से कम ही रहेगी. Okay, so remember this. Next is parallel combination. So in parallel combination, if there are two capacitors, C1, okay, and then C2, they are connected parallel. They are connected what parallel to each other. Okay, and their positive end like this. Okay, and then positive and negative points are connected across the one common point. So I will mention this as a common point. Okay, so here it is B common point, and here it is A common point. So this is what the connection. Okay, and these two common points are connected across what a battery, positive and negative cell. Okay, so this is what the diagram. So positive and negative. Now current is okay different. In this case it will be I1, in this case it may be I2. Okay, and then hence capacitance of this capacitor is C1 and capacitance of this capacitor is C2. Hence due to the change in the current, the charge is also different. Okay, so in this capacitor charge is Q1 and capacitance is C1, and here it is charge is Q2 and capacitance is C2. Okay, but potential is same. Okay, potential is same, because if you want to measure the potential across this capacitor, you have to connect here. If you want to measure the capacitance voltage across this capacitor, you have to connect it over here. So in both the cases the voltage will be same across the each capacitor. Okay, so this will be the what voltage V, and this here is also voltage V. Okay, so capacitance C1, charge Q1, and then voltage same in both the capacitor. Across the capacitor voltage is same, unlike here charge is same but voltage is different. Okay, because current is same, here current is different, hence charge is different but the voltage is what same. Okay, now you have to draw equivalent circuit. So I will combine these two capacitors to form only one capacitor, so positive and then negative. So I current will be there, and this is connected in parallel, so I will mention this as a P, and then total charge is Q. Okay, total charge is Q, and then potential is what V. So this is what the all the values across this capacitor, these are the what all the values across this capacitor, and these are the what all the values across equivalent circuit. So that is known as what equivalent circuit. So what is the meaning of this equivalent circuits? Whatever the work done by these two capacitors can be same work can be done by this one capacitor. So what will be the value of that capacitor is nothing but Cp you have to find out. Okay, so I will mention here V, positive and negative. Okay, so as per this diagram. Okay, so charge on each capacitor is different. Okay, unlike here potential is different, hence total potential is nothing but V1 plus V2, but here charge is different. Okay, but if you add this Q and Q1 and Q2, you will get what? Total charge Q itself. Okay, therefore I will mention here, therefore Q is equal to what? Q1 plus Q2. Q is equal to what? Q1 plus Q2. But we know C is equal to what? Charge divided by voltage. Charge divided by voltage. Hence Q is equal to what? Q is equal to what? C into V. Q is equal to what? C into V. Now take this equation. Q is equal to what? C into V. Take this equation, apply on this circuit, apply in this capacitor, apply in this capacitor. Okay, so first Q for the equivalent. So apply here this equation. So Q is equal to what? C P and then V voltage as it is. Okay, so it becomes what? It becomes C. Okay, C P and then voltage will be same across Q1. So Q1 is equal to what? So Q is equal to what? C into V. So Q1 is equal to what? C1 into V. So it becomes what? C1 into V plus same C2 into V. Okay, sorry, C2 into V. So common is what? V is common. So take out this common V. That V and this V automatically cancel out. This V will be cancel out. Okay, so make it cancel. So left is what? Therefore Cp is equal to what? C1 plus C2. This is what the final answer. Okay, for two capacitor, for n capacitors, if they are connected in parallel, then Cp is equal to what? C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus so on up to what? Cn for n capacitor. Okay, and then final answer, that means how this Cp is compared with C1 and C2. So always remember, Cp is always greater than the what? Individual capacitors, because you are adding here, you are adding. Okay, therefore Cp is always greater than the individual capacitor. Individual what? Capacitor. Okay, now suppose if, for example, if Ct is 10 farad and Cp is 5 farad. Okay, so what is the Cp? It is nothing but 10 plus 5, and 10 plus 5 is how much? 15. So 15 is greater than the 10 and greater than 5. So that's why here it is written. So Cp is always greater than the what? C1 comma C2 comma C3. That means it is always greater than the what? Individual capacitor. If you take any capacitor, it is always greater. Okay, so these are the what? The two expression you have to remember for 5 marks. Okay, then so 6. Okay, so just pause the video and write it down. Okay, so in this case voltage is different, in this case charge is different. So according to that you have to take the equation and just replace by using this equation. So here you have to find out the Q and here you have to find out what? A V, because voltage potential is different. Okay, so just pause the video and have a look. Okay, if you don't understand, just revise it, write it down step by step, because both the questions can be asked for 3 marks. Okay, so this combination is also for 3 marks and this combination is also for 3 marks. Okay, so don't get confused, series, parallel. Okay, series and parallel combination. Okay, so now we will try to solve the two numericals belongs to your NCERT textbook. Okay, so here is the what? One numerical belongs to the series combination and another belongs to the what? Parallel combination. So now suppose this is what the first, the 3 capacitors. Okay, 3 capacitors of each 9 picofarad are connected in the series. Okay, so what is the total capacitance? That means equivalent capacitance you have to find out the CS, and then what is the potential difference across the each capacitor when this combination is connected to a 120 volt. Okay, so first you have to make the diagram. There are 3 capacitors, 1, 2 and then 3 are connected in series, and this total connection is connected across the what? A cell or the battery power supply, that is V is equal to what? 120 volt. Okay, and this capacitance is having 9 picofarad. This is also 9 picofarad and this is also 9 picofarad. Correct? Picofarad means what? 9 picofarad is nothing but 9 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad. Okay, so remember pico means 10 to the power of minus 12. Okay, and then okay, now current is same. So charge is also same, Q, here is also Q, and here is also Q. What about the potential? Potential is also same because each capacitor is having the value same. So whatever the potential is developed, so I will mention this across V1, this is across V2, and this is across V3. Okay, so there is what potential difference. So potential difference means what? Across this capacitor, across this capacitor, across this capacitor, because potential is different, current is same, and charge is same, but values of the capacitance is same, hence potential is also same. Okay, so first you have to find out what 1 upon Cs, that is equivalent. So it is nothing but 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. So it will be what? 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9. So that picofarad will be write it down later. Okay, so 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9, 1 upon 9 bases are same, so just add them. So it becomes what? 3 by 9. So it becomes 1 by 3 picofarad. So this is what the equivalent capacitance, picofarad. Okay, now what they ask? They have asked what is the V1, V2 and V3, V1, V2 and V3. So we know V is equal to what? V1 plus V2 plus V3, V1 plus V2 plus V3. So I will mention this as a capital V, and that is given 120 volt. Then what will be the value of V1, V2 and V3? But we know by seeing this diagram, okay, if the capacitance is same, then V1 is equal to what? V2 is equal to what? V3, and I will consider this as a small v. Okay, and that small v is nothing but the potential across these capacitors. Okay, or simply okay, so I will mention here delta V1, delta V2, potential difference is nothing but change delta. So delta V3. So this also delta and then delta. Okay, so I will consider this as a delta V1, delta V2, delta V3 is nothing but delta V. Okay, delta V. Therefore V is equal to what? So delta V, this means all the values are same, so it becomes what? 3 delta V, 3 delta V, and delta V is nothing but a potential difference across each capacitor. Therefore delta V, you have to find out V divided by 3. So V is nothing but what? 120 divided by 3, it becomes what? 40 volt. 40 volt. That means across each capacitor delta V1 is 40, delta V2 is 40, and delta V3 is 40. Okay, so this is what your answer. Next, read the second question. So second question, 3 capacitors, 2 picofarad, 3 picofarad and 4 picofarad are connected in parallel. What is the equivalent capacitance? That means Cp, and determine the charge on each capacitor. That means you have to find out Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, so first draw the diagram. So these are the what? 3 capacitors. So C1, okay, and then C2, and this is what? A C3. All are connected across the what? One common point. So this is what? One common point, and here it is having one common point. Okay, and this common point is connected across the what? Voltage, that is cell, that is how much? 100 volt. So it is 100 volt. So this is V. Now current is same. This is what? C1, C2 and C3. How much it is? C1 is 2 picofarad, C2 is 3 picofarad, C3 is 4 picofarad, correct? And then capacitance is different. We will mention this as a Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, charge is different. Okay, so you have to find out also Q1, Q2 and Q3, along with what? You have to find out what is the total. Okay, so when the capacitors are connected in parallel, so total is equal to what? C1 plus C2 plus C3. Therefore Cp is equal to what? 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, so Cp is equal to what? 9 picofarad. It is nothing but 9 picofarad. Okay, but second question is what? Determine the charge across each capacitor. That means you have to find out what? Q1, Q2 and Q3. Now across each capacitor potential is same. In parallel combination potential will be always same. So you will have here 100 volt also, here also 100 volt, and here is also 100 volt. Okay, so you have capacitance, voltage, Q you have to find out. So we know C is equal to what? Q by V. Therefore Q is equal to what? C into V. C into V. Apply this equation on each capacitor. Therefore for Q1 is equal to what? C1 into V. C1 into V. So C1 is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 12 into 100, so it becomes what, 200, okay, into 10 to the power of minus 12 coulomb. Okay, same Q2 is nothing but C2 into V. C2 is 3 picofarad, so 3 into 10 to the power of minus 12 into 100, you will get what, 300 into 10 to the power of minus 12 coulomb charge. Okay, and same Q3 is equal to what, C3 into V is equal to what, so it is 4, 10 to the power of minus 12 into 100 is equal to what, 400 multiplied by 10 to the power of minus 12 coulomb. Okay, so these are the what, some numericals you have to just go through this. Okay, and remember, okay, remember the first what you have to do whenever you encounter with the numerical, just write down the given things, draw the proper diagram. If you once draw the diagram, you will completely 50% work will be there only. So after that only you have to apply the equations and get the values, correct? Okay, so just pause the video and see it once again. Okay, so the next part, and maybe I need only one lecture or two lecture maximum to complete this topic. Okay, then we will start with what, the new topic, that is current electricity. Okay, so till then, bye, thank you.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.